Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie Bader, and I, back in the day, created this blog called The Spot. Maybe some of you have read it. I know that it became a bit of a popular blog hit for my blog that then got shut down later on due to complications with compliance and different things when doTERRA went through that whole thing. And no, I'm sorry, my blog is not coming back. But this particular topic I wanted to talk about because I often get requests to talk about that particular blog post. And I think I can actually talk about it in a very compliant way and actually still help all of you out there. So if you go on and do a search of this spot and Essentially Savannah, you'll probably see lots of pictures of my baby boy. I actually just did a search of it and I found somebody had copied the entire blog and posted it, and it's still out there, and I read it and I'm kind of floored, to be honest with you. But when you see the pictures, it's amazing. I mean, my son is now 4 years old and getting ready to start pre-K, and he was really just a month old at the time. But when he was born with a spot right above his eye that was about the size of a blueberry. And you can see here in a picture, some of you may be familiar with those type of pictures. He was born with that type of spot. It's very common for kids to be born with those. Many adults on the planet still walk around with them. And I'm a mother of 3. My other children had them. My oldest had one behind her ear, but hers was reversed and it was not colored. It was just flesh colored, but it was a bump as well. But his was right above his eye, and it was very noticeable. So everybody that would see him would say, "Oh, he's absolutely perfect, but what's up with the spot?" So that's why we called it the spot, because it has a big long medical name, which we're not going to discuss here, but we'll just call it the spot. So as I took him to the pediatrician and they came and talked to me in the hospital about it, they wanted to really inform me what could happen, that it would get bigger before it got smaller, and where his was located, it could impede his vision. So I rolled with it because knowing how my daughters went, I knew that it could work out just fine. And when I got home, I knew that I had essential oils at home that could potentially be a really big support to him. Now, I didn't know what they were going to be at the time because I had to look it up in a book. So I had all these textbooks. So I looked through my textbooks to see what they could be. And I was also really, really excited because I was on maternity leave and I was going to be going to this wonderful event called the East Coast Conference, where there were going to be lots of doTERRA owners there. And the brilliant Dr. Hill was there speaking. Well, guess who I took and introduced at 1 month old to go meet Dr. Hill, my little tiny baby boy. He went up and I said, "Hey, Dr. Hill," who welcomed me with open arms. And I said, "Hey, I would like you to check him out and see what you think about my options of using these particular oils to help him with the spot." Dr. Hill said, "You know what? Those are great options. I think your mother's intuition is perfect, and I think that's what you should do. Just massage it in really well and let me know how it goes." So that's what we did. I used the textbooks that are provided all over the world. You have stuff from Amazon. There's all kinds of great knowledge out there for you to go and grab. Just use your textbooks, from safety of oils, from, there's tons of oil support that you can go and learn about your oils. So that's what I did. And in the book, it suggested 2 oils. So those are the oils I'm going to talk to you about today. One was geranium. Now, geranium is a great oil for, it's very flowery. So a little baby boy, he got to smell like flowers, but he's a month old, so he didn't get to fight mommy too much. But it's great for supporting your skin, which right over here. Part of his issue was, blood vessels trapped in the skin, but it also helps support healthy blood flow in your body. And that's what we wanted. We wanted those little blood vessels to spread back out, which they would do normally. As you get older, they would, they'll get up and they'll spread out as you grow and develop. But we wanted to help it and do it a little faster without it getting bigger first and impeding his vision. So 1 drop massaged into the little spot first. We followed that up with 1 drop of frankincense, the king of oils. Frankincense too is also great for skin, but it's also good for everything. So whenever you're in doubt, you use frankincense. And both are really gentle to your skin. Now I'm going to preface this that if you are not comfortable doing this neat, then go ahead and dilute, especially on a tiny little baby. Back in the day, 4 years ago, I did not know much about dilution. I'm going to be really honest. And if it was in the book that was, which it probably was in that textbook, the textbook was really big, I didn't read all of that section. I simply put them on there neat because that's what it said you could do, and they were pretty gentle. So we did that daily, 1 drop each. On 1 drop, we did geranium first with frankincense on the other, following it, because frankincense enhances the effects of all other oils. We did that, put it on there, and we did a daily application for him. And it supported his body in such a way that his spot decreased and it really went concave in 5 months. It was completely taken care of. We didn't have to do the things that our doctors and pediatricians were suggesting might need to happen. And, we didn't have to do it for very long. He was very well supported with the 2 oils. So that's how we did it to support him. Now, I'm not making any claims that this is going to work for everybody, but it worked really well for us. And I hope that if you're going to give this a try, you'll let me know how it goes. Because I know that this story has gone kind of all over the world. I don't know if it's technically viral, but I've seen it on Pinterest in many different languages. And I've seen it on many different posts, and I see my boy's face all over the place, which is both heartwarming and a little freakish that one little blog post would do that. So I will end it with just a little bit of what he looks like now. And you'll see that he is a thriving little boy. And I'll see if I can't show you what a picture looks like on the side of his head, where you can see that you really can't see much of anything. Well, so you'll see that's the boy now. He's not such a baby anymore, but he is quite the boy, and there's no sign of the spot. So he also doesn't get sick very often, which might be the influence of a lot of frankincense in his life. So I hope this has helped anybody out there that has been looking for my blog to come back. And I hope that this can help you in the future, because the oils are amazing. If you haven't gotten your doTERRA oils and you need somebody to work with, I am here and available. If you do have your doTERRA oils and you just have questions, please reach out to me. You can always find me at Essentially Savannah on Facebook, or you can find me at essentiallysavannah.com. Have a great day.